You probably think if you don't see mold, you don't have a mold problem. That could be a dangerous mistake. The truth is, mold growing completely hidden behind a wall can release enough spores to affect your health. This happens because mold spores are microscopic, so small they float in the air, unseen, like invisible dust. And everyday activities like walking or vacuuming can be enough to stir these hidden spores into the air you breathe. We'll now expose where mold hides, how it travels unseen, and how to find out if your home has a dirty secret. To understand this, first know what mold needs: moisture, an organic food source, and warmth. Your home has all three. So where does it hide? Behind your drywall, underneath your flooring and carpets, deep inside your wall insulation, even behind wallpaper or within kitchen cabinets. And one of the most common spots? Inside the dark, damp pathways of your HVAC and duct system. Since you can't see it, your nose is often the first line of defense. A persistent, musty odor is a massive red flag. We know the locations and the smell. But how can a colony thrive inside a wall without ever showing a spot outside? Let's focus on drywall. It appears solid, but it's actually porous and acts like a sponge, soaking up any available moisture. The growth isn't on the painted surface. It feasts on the paper backing on the other side, completely hidden from view. You don't always need a major leak for this to occur. Indoor humidity consistently above 60% creates a perfect microclimate. This is where things get worse. A small hidden colony becomes a whole house problem because of your HVAC system. This is the key mechanism. You can have perfectly clean-looking rooms, but the air itself is contaminated with mold spores. This sounds scary, and it raises a tough question. If the spores are invisible and the source is hidden, how do you prove it? Often, the first proof isn't what you see, but what you feel. Your body can become the detector for a problem your eyes can't. Are you experiencing a chronic cough or constant sneezing? Unexplained persistent headaches or brain fog? What about unusual fatigue that never seems to go away? Or strange skin irritation and rashes that appear? These are not just allergies. When they persist indoors and improve when you leave, your environment is likely the cause. These symptoms are your body's alarm system. Ignoring them is risky because it can lead to more serious health problems. Certain molds produce toxic compounds called mycotoxins. Prolonged exposure can lead to serious respiratory or neurological issues. This is why a simple visual check is not enough. Professional air testing is the only way to measure what is invisible in your air. But it's not about just finding spores. Mold is everywhere outside. The issue exists when indoor counts are significantly higher. So, how do you prove it? This is it. By finding spore counts far higher inside than out, and identifying specific water indicator molds. Molds like Stachybotrys or Cutomium should not be growing indoors. Finding them in an air sample is a smoking gun for a hidden water problem. Let's put it all together. Remember the mold growing on the paper inside the drywall? And the HVAC expressway? That combination is the perfect storm. A completely unseen source continuously feeding spores into your entire home's air supply. This is why your unexplained headaches or cough directly correlate with finding those indicator molds in an air test. So, can you have high indoor spore levels without visible mold? Absolutely. It is not just possible, it's a common and dangerous scenario. We've seen that mold thrives in hidden places, travels through the air you breathe, and can cause real health issues before you see a spot. The most important takeaway is this: stop relying only on your eyes. Trust your other senses and trust the symptoms your body is showing you. If you have persistent, unexplained symptoms or a musty odor, the next step is to test your air for definitive answers. Your health is too important to ignore. Take control of your indoor environment by remembering that the biggest threats are often unseen.